Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is a game discussed everywhere online, praised by the Sonic community, and is considered a landmark in gaming history. But is this status as an iconic game valid today, or is it just another once great title that is actually not as good as your nostalgic memories will make you believe it is? Today, we're gonna find out. To clarify, I'm using the Battle version and not the original Dreamcast version. They're basically the same in most ways, but Battle includes extra features and is the version usually talked about in the community. Let's get to it. If you're coming from the more modern games, you'll notice an obvious difference in terms of the structure, being that it's divided among several characters instead of just going from stage to stage as Sonic. There are 6 characters in this game with 3 total playstyles. Sonic and Shadow are the classic speed through the level, reach the end. Tails and Eggman are known as mech stages because you play as them inside mech robots going through the level much slower. And finally, Knuckles and Rouge are treasure hunting stages where you hunt for shards of the Master Emerald. Just to get this out of the way, a lot of people who play this, along with the first Sonic Adventure, complain that these other playstyles make the game drag and are low points. While I admit these slow things down, they don't make the game hit low points. They add variety to the experience and are enjoyable in their own way. I may not like them as much as Sonic and Shadow levels, but I'm still happy to play them. Don't let those comments affect your opinion of the game. With that out of the way, let's get to the actual game itself. The game is split into 2 sides of the same story, Team Hero and Team Dark. The game itself will run you a similar runtime to the other more modern Sonic games, about 9 hours. That is, if we were just talking about going through the main story. Including the extras and completion, we're looking at a runtime that rivals and surpasses most other mainline Sonic games. This is a game you can really get some mileage out of. This is one of the games that get its playstyles right. I can't say I was ever really frustrated with the gameplay aside from occasional hiccups along the way. The levels themselves are well designed, fun to play through, and give off some of the best vibes in the Sonic franchise. The boss fights are a good time and fun to play. Hell, the music in this game alone is worth it. Though that last part shouldn't be much of a surprise. Sonic games are always known to have some of the most amazing music, but this game especially. I'd play you a little, but I think we all know what would happen if I were to play some. Anyways, moving on. But what about the story? How does it hold up? While the story itself isn't a masterpiece, it keeps you engaged and driven to keep playing the game and stay invested in the characters. Unlike a lot of the other Sonic games where I'm just kind of going through the motions when playing it to get back to the gameplay, I'm actually interested in the story here. The story beats are engaging, the emotional moments will still leave an impact, and you still want to watch the cutscenes and not skip through them to get back to the game. Which, like I just said, is kinda rare for the other games. Now, while you're playing the game, you'll notice you're picking up some strange items that don't seem to be doing anything while you play. That's because they're used for another part of the game. The Chow Garden, a part of this game so beloved that people have been asking for another for years and years now. The items you picked up during gameplay of normal stages are used here. You'll be able to hatch and raise one of these cute little buddies called Chow. Look at these little guys, oh, don't just want to squish, oh, they're so cute. This Chow may have just hatched only 5 seconds ago, but I am ready to either kill or die for it. The pickups mentioned earlier are used to increase their stats, so it can play and win the Chow games. These games include Chow Racing and Chow Karate. Along with the games, you've also got the kindergarten, where you can leave them to learn various subjects, get checkups, give them their name, and even access the black market. How adorable! So, is this game's praise and status as an iconic game in gaming history still true today? Absolutely! It's just as worth it to play it now as it was back then, and I think it's going to stay that way for a long time. The gameplay is fun, it's nice to look at, the music is great, the story is investing, the characters are fun, the time you invest into it actually feels like you're making progress and not just like you're checking things off on a box. And best of all, the game's actually affordable and you can run it on a toaster. Seriously, you can get this whole thing for the price of a meal at McDonald's. This game is more than worthy of your time. I give this game a 9 out of 10. And with that, I'm Sir Speedster, speeding off to my next adventure.